Tell me, why are you staring at my nose? Something wrong with it? Is it not put on straight? Does it swing like an elephant's trunk? Do you see a wart on it? Is it unusual? Is it like something you've never seen before? You think it's ugly? Grotesque? Does it have a sickly color?
It's just big.
Yes, indeed, it's big. Is that it? That's a rather uninspired way of putting it. Especially when there's scope for so many variations. Aggressive. If I had to go around with a nose like that, I'd hide my whole face under a hat. Friendly. Well, here we are, just the three of us. Descriptive. It's a rock, a hill, a mountaintop. I'd love to rest on your magnificent Mount Everest.
Consider it.
Please, sir, keep your head straight or you might topple over with all that weight.
Gracious?
Are you fond of birds? How sweet, a Gothic perch to rest their tiny feet. Insolent. Quite a useful gadget, that. You hold it high and then you hang up your head.
Pedantic.
Only Aristophanes' hippo-camel elephant had an appendage of that size in front.
Awestruck.
Good grief. You need a sheet for a handkerchief. Rustic. You need to draw a number, sir, if you want to go in for the biggest cucumber.
Naive?
When can we visit the monument? Speculative. Tell me, sir, what's the rent? See there, how a spiritual man is capable of phrasing it. You see, I enjoy making fun of myself. But I won't take it from anyone else.
Madame.
Monsieur de Guiche.
Roxanne, Roxanne. My heart is all aflame for you. I love you to distraction. You are so fair and so divine. You are my one attraction. And if you will accept my ring, you will inherit everything.
Well done, Monsieur de Guiche. Nicely put. And all that, just like that, off the top of your head. With Madame here to watch, it seems your stage fright has fled.
Sir, this is none of your business, Madame.
This lady is my cousin, and see, I'm a little worried about the quality of your poetry.
You arrogant clod. Madame, a squire without gloves, without frills, without bows, without gold braid.
No gloves, you say? I had one a while ago, but now it's vanished without a trace. I think I must have left it in some viscount's face.
You braggart bloody fool. Madame.
I'm pleased to meet you. Hercule Savinien Cyrano de Bergerac. Aye!
What's the matter?
It's gone all stiff. Oh. Aye!
What's the matter with you?
My rapier is tingling.
Madame. All right, then.
Good.
En garde.
Now, here's what I propose. While we are crossing swords, I will compose a poem to remember it. And when the poem ends, I hit. The ballad of the fencing bout between Cyrano de Bergerac and the foppish lout.
What's that?
The title, dedicated to Madeleine Robin, also known as Roxanne.
Madame.
I swiftly toss away my hat, and then more slowly I untie my trailing cloak to follow that. Then from the scabbard on my thigh, I draw my sword and raise it high. Now the blade begins to flit, and when the poem ends, I hit. Come and be burst, you purple grape. Spurt out the juice beneath your peel. Quiver and quake, you ribboned ape. The rolls of fat your silks conceal. Let's ring your bell, a pretty peal. Is that a fly? I'll see to it. And when the poem ends, I hit.
Madame.
I need a rhyme for one more verse. You've gone as pale as winter sky, courage beginning to disperse. Yeah! Your stroke went wide, I wonder why. Your vision blurs, your mouth is dry, I see it's time to finish it. So, as the poem ends, I hit.
I... You make too many enemies, Cyrano. The Gish is a powerful man. I've heard that he is looking for young talent. He could make you a famous writer.
Never.
But you're exaggerating, Cyrano. If you'd only stop playing the hero,
You could become rich and powerful, is that what you mean? Never.
You're exaggerating, Cyrano.
Ah, the Gish. That lump of fat thinks he's God's gift to women. I hate him! Especially since the night when I saw him slobbering all over her. Ugh. Like a slug leaving its trail of slime on a lily.
Her? You aren't.
In love? Yes, I am.
But with who then?
I love, who else? The most beautiful woman on earth. The cleverest, the kindest, the most intelligent.
Oh, I know it's your cousin, Madeleine Robin. But why don't you tell her you were a hero today?
Honestly, do you think she'll even look at me with this grotesque thing here? I cherish no illusions. If I see a couple walking in the moonlight on a balmy summer's night, I often dream of strolling there too. My arm around the waist of Roxanne. Oh, I feel so ugly sometimes.
She was there when you were dueling today. She went white with fear.
She went white?
Tell her she's not indifferent to you.
But what if she laughs at me? Nothing could be worse.
My mistress Roxanne requests the pleasure of meeting you in secret.
Who, me?
You. She wants to see you.
Tomorrow at the break of day she will be going to the church of Saint-Germain. She sent me to ask where she could meet you after Mass.
Oh my God. At
Raguenos.
Oh, at Raguenos, the master pastry cook.
Who lives at?
Damn it!
Sorry, I didn't get that.
Oh, excuse me, please.
On the corner of Saint-Honoré Street.
She'll be there at 7. Will you be there?
He'll be there.
Me and her. A rendezvous.
You're not sad anymore?
Why? I exist for her.
You see?
Ah! Roxanne. Roxanne! Oh, I feel like roaring and howling like a wild man. I feel like taking on a whole army. Let them come. With 10 hearts, 20 arms. My one knows, and my soul's defiance. I won't be fighting dwarfs anymore. But giants!
Cyrano! Cyrano, I've been looking for you.
Monsieur de Lignières, poet of all poets in the streets of Paris.
Shh! Can you spare me a bed for the night? I can't go home. They're looking for me at Portenelle. 100 men armed to the teeth because of my little ditty about Count de Guiche.
100 men, you say? You're going home. I'll tuck you in myself.
Cyrano, 100 men?
100 men. A nice round number, I'd say. Come on, follow me, but keep out of my way. 100, man, marvelous. I can't wait to keep this rendezvous. Come on, let's go and teach them a lesson or two.
Act 2, Paris, 1640. The pastry shop of Mr. Ragueneau, chef and master pastry cook on the corner of Saint-Honoré Street.
What's the time?
6 o'clock.
Another hour. I don't dare to speak to her. What's the time?
6:05.
I don't dare look her in the face. I'll write a letter and then I'll get out of here. What's the time?
1/4.
I'll write it all down. I must have written that letter 100 times. What's the time?
1/2.
I love you. Your eyes. Fear makes me tremble when you look at me. What's the time?
10:02.
The time?
5:02.
What's the time? Blessed is the moment when you thought of me, when you remembered my existence. You wanted to see me. Here I am, your humble servant. What is it you wanted to tell me?
First of all, I want to thank you for your brilliant duel with that wretch.
Count de Guiche?
Yes, he's a powerful man and he wants to marry me.
That means I fought not for my honor, but for your bright blue eyes. So much the better.
Still, I had another reason to come here. There's something I want to tell you. But first I want to see in you again the brother you used to be. At the lake, in the park, in the meadows.
In Bergerac? The summers there, you were still a girl.
When your rapier was a pine branch.
And you played with dolls.
Everything was still a game.
And the blackberries were sweeter.
My wish was always your command.
You wore short skirts and everybody still called you Madeleine.
Was I pretty then?
You weren't Roxanne yet.
You would come running to me with a scratch on your hand from climbing trees, bleeding. I would say, "Now how did you manage to get that?" Sternly, like a mother who doesn't want to seem too concerned. What's this? Now how did you manage to get that?
Oh, a bit of rough play with a few big boys yesterday at the Portenelle.
Were you in a fight?
Just a little skirmish.
How many of them were there?
Not even 100.
Come on. Tell me all about it.
Some other time. What was it you didn't dare tell me just then?
I can tell you now. The mild scent of the past has given me courage. I'm in love with someone.
Ah?
Someone who doesn't know, who doesn't suspect, not yet.
Ah?
But he will know soon.
Ah?
He's in love with me too, in silence. He's afraid of being turned down, so he hasn't said a word to me yet.
Ah?
But in his eyes I read what his mouth does not dare to utter. He wears the colors of your regiment. What's more, he's even what a small world is in your company. He looks intelligent. He's proud, courageous, and noble. And he's good looking.
Good looking?
What's the matter?
Oh, nothing. My hand hurts a little.
I adore him. But I must admit, we've never spoken.
What's his name?
A beautiful name. Baron Christian de Neuvillette.
I don't know that name at all. He's not in the Guards.
Oh, he only just joined this morning.
Child. My dear, poor child, think. Love is blind. You love beauty, fine words, wit. What if your great love turns out to be a nitwit?
He couldn't be. He has the curls of a Greek god.
The same curls grow on a sheep's head. What if he turns out to be an idiot?
Then I'd rather be dead.
So, was this the sad news you came to tell me? I don't see what you want from me, so please explain.
I heard bad news. Somebody said that company of yours is made up mainly of Gascons.
And that we haze every raw recruit, is that what you heard?
Yes. I'm scared for him.
Should be.
Give me your word that nothing will happen to him. I beg you. If he's under your protection, no one will dare to touch him.
All right then. I'll take that young man under my wing.
And you'll defend him as much as you can for my sake? We've always been friends, haven't we?
Always.
Are you willing to be his friend too?
Because you ask.
And you'll never let him fight a duel?
I promise.
You're a very dear friend. I'd like to hear the story about the fight you were in last night, but not right now. I gotta go. Some other time? Oh! Will you ask him to write to me?
Yeah.
I love you. I love you very much.
Yes, yes.
Oh, tell him to write to me. 100 men.
We are the Gascony cadets, the men of Carbon Castel Jaloux. We conquer hearts and wager bets, and all the blood in us is blue. We are the Gascony cadets, the men of Carbon Castel Jaloux. Our hats we wear for coronets, have plumes to hide the host from view. We are the Gascony cadets, the men of Carbon Castel Jaloux. We don't stop at empty threats, but cook our enemies on brochettes.
"100 men. Around midnight, I walked up to them. The silver bell of the moon was shining in the sky. A somber cloud drifted by like a woolen shroud. It became dark, really pitch black. And because there were no lamps lit on the quay, I couldn't see a hand in front of me.
Your nose.
Who is this guy?
I'm new here.
So, what's your name, rookie?
Baron Christian de Neu.
Hey! I see. I'm glad to know that. So, I couldn't see a hand in front of my face. And I thought to myself, if I go ahead with this, I might arouse the wrath of a powerful man, Count de Guiche. And he will make me pay for it.
To the nose.
Dearly. I'm probably being reckless, sticking my
Nose?
hand in this hornet's nest. I'd better be careful not to get
Up his nose.
his back up. Still, I didn't flinch, and I went on. Suddenly, I was
Nose to
face
nose.
to face with 100 ruffians. A foul stench.
Hit your nose.
Bare garlic and cheese on their breath. I knocked 2 of them down, and a third I pierced with my
Nose!
rapier. You are a very brave man. I like that. I'm her cousin.
Her cousin? Whose cousin?
Hers. Roxanne's. She told me everything.
Does she love me?
Who knows? You really are good looking.